A U.S. Democratic senator makes a stop in Sarasota on behalf of the Obama campaign, but he wasn't here to talk about the economy, Medicare, taxes, or some of the other issues dominating the discussion of who should be in the Oval Office. Instead, he came to talk about the environment, touting President Obama's record on protecting Florida's natural resources. And as SNN local news reporter Grant Boxleitner explains, he did it at a fitting place, Mote Marine Lab.
Lena, of course, Florida is such a key swing state for that presidential election in November, but we really haven't heard much about the environment. Well, that changed today. Senator Cardin of Maryland was right here in Sarasota talking to environmental experts around the state about the importance of preserving water and wildlife. Just days before the Republican National Convention in Tampa, Democratic Senator Ben Cardin of Maryland is in Sarasota on behalf of the Obama campaign.
President Obama is that type of a leader that will provide the federal partnership. Governor Romney's moving in the opposite direction.
He's highlighting differences between the president and the GOP on the environment.
The health of the Gulf of Mexico requires attention. It's not going to stay healthy if we allow unrestricted types of pollutants to come into the Gulf of Mexico.
Cardin touts the president's commitment of $1.4 billion to help restore the Florida Everglades.
There's a huge difference between the two campaigns. I think the people of Florida want a federal partner to deal with the Everglades. It's going to take some significant resources.
We asked the senator if he thinks the environment will be a hot topic at the RNC next week.
I'm sure you're going to see some beautiful shots of the Gulf of Mexico during the Tampa convention. I would hope that it will be a reminder that the voters will be looking at the commitment to protect our environment for future generations.
A key Senate player in wildlife and water issues, Cardin met with environmental leaders at Mote Marine Laboratory. Conservancy of Southwest Florida President Andrew McElwain says he's not interested in the politics, but rather a commitment for stronger restrictions against nutrient pollution.
We all live downstream, especially these beautiful estuaries here in Sarasota County. They really are at the end of the pipe, so to speak. And when all that nutrient pollution comes roaring down, where do you get the algae? Where do you get the red tide? We get it right here where we're standing.
If you're concerned about the Everglades, if you're concerned about the beaches here in Sarasota, you should be concerned about the choice in November.
And Senator Cardin's visit to Sarasota is just the beginning for the Obama campaign next week. Joe Biden, the vice president, making an appearance in Tampa. Reporting in Sarasota, Grant Boxleitner, SNN Local News.
Well, thanks, Grant. As always, keep it here on SNN Local News for the latest from the campaign trail and the Republican National Convention. We continue to watch that as well as the weather forecast.